What's up, everybody? Josh or Miho here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I'm here today to do part 2 of my top 20 albums of 2013. This is number 10 through number 1. As in the previous video, this list is opinion, not fact. This is my list, not yours. And yeah, let's get this party started. Coming in at number 10, Full of Hell, Rudiments of Mutilation. As of lately, this band has become pretty much my favorite band within the realms of hardcore, because this band doesn't really stick to just one type of sound. They add so many soundscapes and ideas to their craft, and it's just mesmerizing. The first time I had ever heard this band was their debut, Roots of Earth Are Consuming My Home. And I thought that was just a sensational record because it dared to be different, and it dared to be even more heavier than your standard kind of hardcore record. Moving on forward to now with their new album, there are so many different thoughts and ideas going on with this album. I mean, it's not just hardcore. There's also punk elements. There's a lot of doom and metal related elements going on here. The harsh noise aspects of it. It's just scary sounding stuff. I mean, songs like Dichotomy, Throbbing Lung Fiber, The Lord Is My Light, probably some of the most well-conceived and well-written songs to come out of this music style in quite a long time. The lyrics are incredibly top-notch. The vocals are very scary sounding, and the music can definitely back it up too. The drum beats, the riffs, it's just so heavy and so devastating. I mean, getting to see this band live earlier in the year really reinforced why I love this band so much. And Rudiments of Mutilation is definitely one of the best pieces of pure hardcore music to come out this year. It's so different. It's not your standard type of hardcore record. There's so much more to it than that. And that's what I love about Full of Hell. They are pretty much my favorite band of the style, and I cannot wait to hear what comes next from these guys. I hope to see them live again someday, and they are worth every penny and cent of seeing and checking out. So number 10 on my list goes to Rudiments of Mutilation by Full of Hell. Coming in at number 9, Lycus, Tempest. There's been a lion's share of really good doom albums to come out this year, but the one album in particular that really got me more excited and I got more enjoyment out of anything was the new Lycus record. They came out with a really great demo release, and then they come out with this 3-track effort. 3 really lengthy, methodical, and hardworking songs, and there's just so much beauty and joy to come out of it. I mean, Coma Burn, Engravings, the title track, it's just so monumentally devastating. It's amazing. The music is very emotional, soulful. The riffs are incredibly chaotic and destructive. The drums sound amazing. I love the vocal style. Definitely something that keeps you interested is the vocal style and the way the lyrics are being brought forward. This is a very authentic piece of doom metal, very much different from the pack, and I love the approach that Lycus took with this album. I think it's an amazing listen, and if you're a fan of doom metal, or funeral doom, or any kind of doom, Lycus bring forth something incredibly emotional and gripping. And it all goes without saying, the artwork from Paolo Girardi is amazing. I love this artwork. Probably one of the best album covers I've seen all year this year. So, number 9 on my list goes to Tempest by Lycus. Coming in at number 8, Jusuf, There Is No Land Beyond the Volga. There's some, I can't pronounce that, but what I just said is what it means. There is no land beyond the Volga. Now, if you don't know who Jusuf are, this band is, in my opinion, one of the loudest bands in the world. It's just 2 people, a gigantic wall of speakers, and just some of the straight-up heaviest, most devastating sludge that could ever be brought forth. This band has really come a long way from what they've put out in the past, and with their most recent releases, most notably Throned in Blood, you could tell that they became a lot heavier and a lot more crushing. And this album has a very interesting conceptual idea, very much Stalingrad-esque in both the lyrical and the visual aspects of this album. It is just amazing. For it only being two people, it has some incredibly monumentally heavy stuff going on here. The riffs are just loud. The tone of it is just amazing. The drums are on fire. There's a lot of speed, a lot of patience, and a lot of tenacity going on with the drum work. It's amazing the amount of hard work and detail that's being put forth with this album. The vocals are emotional. They're screamed. They're angry. It's powerful. Amber Valentine's vocals on this album are amazing. I love what she does here with this album. Of course, it's a far cry from the vocal style that you're most accustomed to hearing her, because you know her for her really, really good singing voice. But her growls and her anger being showcased here definitely showcases itself with the kind of concept and style that goes on with this album. It is a very, very risky kind of concept, and I think it's a risk that's well worth paid off. This is probably one of the best albums that Jusuf have put out in quite some time. If you're a fan of this band's current works or their previously older titles, this new Jusuf album is really, really amazing, and definitely shows you how and why Jusuf have been doing what they've been doing for quite some time. It's definitely mandatory purchasing, and yeah. Number 8 on my list goes to There Is No Land Beyond the Volga by Jusuf. Coming in at number 7, Morgengrau, Extrinsic Pathway. Now, Morgengrau over the years have become one of my favorite local bands within the state of Texas, and every time I've seen them live, they've just gotten better and better and better. And they've worked harder and harder and harder to get to where they're at. And Extrinsic Pathway is definitely the album that showcases all of their hard work and determination paying off. There's just so much dedication, hard work, and passion going on with this album. Such a love and respect for the old school style of death metal. I mean, if you're into, let's say, Immolation or Asphyx or Obituary, there's just a lot of really, really top-of-the-heap influences going on within this album. The guitar riffs are very, very top-notch. I love Erica's vocal style. I love the drum work. I love the bass work. It really, really is awesome. The Sepultura cover on here is really, really fun too. But the original material that's being put forth on here is very, very amazing. Yeah, this band is on a tear. They played the Martyrdom Festival earlier in the year, and if I'm not mistaken, they just got signed to Unspeakable Acts Records, which is the sub-label of Dark Descent Records, to put out their sophomore effort. And I'm very, very happy that they're going to be given a chance to have more exposure and to be heard even more. Extrinsic Pathway is an amazing debut, but I honestly think the best is still yet to come from Morgengrau. I love what this band has done for metal, for extreme music, and I'm very excited for what the future is going to hold for Morgengrau. They deserve your time and attention and a great deal more. So, number 7 on my list goes to Morgengrau's Extrinsic Pathway. Coming in at number 6, Beyond, Fatal Power of Death. This is a band that took me by surprise. I literally had no idea who this band was or what they were about until I was on the Nuclear War Now website one day making an order of stuff, and they had their CD of their debut album for, what, $5 or $6. I know this band is on Iron Bonehead Productions, and they pretty much do vinyl-related stuff, but you know me, I want to get good deals. I saw the CD and they had it, and I had heard a lot of good word of mouth about it from my friends within the metal world. And honestly, listening to this album, this definitely sounds like the reincarnation of Necrovore. Just some really, really devastating and heavy death metal going on here. I mean, these guys are from Germany, and they deliver some amazing musicianship. I'm astounded at the level of hard work and dedication that's being brought forth with this album. I mean, it's just so mind-numbingly heavy. I mean, you think of the earlier Necrovore demos, but you also get a little bit of that older Morbid Angel influence. Abominations of Desolation to even Altars of Madness in certain cases. The guitar riffs are just so dizzying and so mind-blowing. That's really the highlight and the key point of this entire album, is just the guitar riff work. The drums really bring out an old-school sensational kind of style, and the vocal work really is awesome too. Great vocal deliveries, great lyrical content. This is an amazing debut and definitely is recommended for fans of older death metal, preferably, like I mentioned, Necrovore or older Morbid Angel. This is an amazing debut album and definitely one of the most entertaining listens I've had in quite some time. So, number 6 on my list goes to Beyond Fatal Power of Death. Coming in at number 5, Grave Miasma, Odore Sepulchrorum. Now, Grave Miasma are one of those death metal bands to really have established themselves within the world over the last couple of years. They've put out some really high-quality EPs, lengthy songs, but still they're considered EPs. And then when the word got out that they were going to put out an actual full-length album, I honestly was looking forward to hearing what Grave Miasma were going to be setting out to do. And with Odore Sepulchrorum, they deliver probably some of the most thick, heavy, cavernous style of death metal you'll hear on any kind of record this year. This is a definitely satisfying catalyst to what this band has put out in the past, and really every single song on here will just straight out haunt you with just how heavy it is. I mean, songs like Death's Meditative Trance to even the closing track, Ossuary. I think that song is just straight out gutsy, powerful, heavy. I love the vocal style. I love the musicianship and the songwriting that's going on here. Just the production, the tone of every riff, the drum work. It just really is top of the heap, cavernous death metal. And that's what Grave Miasma set out to do with Odore Sepulchrorum. I think this is an awesome debut, and definitely worth purchasing if you are into what Grave Miasma have done and put out in the past. So, number 5 on my list goes to Odore Sepulchrorum by Grave Miasma. Definitely worth your support. Coming in at number 4, Portal Vexovoid. Portal are one of the best death metal bands to come out of Australia, period. Their visual style, the lyrical content, the intelligence. Portal are one of those total package kind of bands, and honestly, I wondered how they would top Swarth, and boy did they top something special with Vexovoid. I mean, it's just a huge, whirring cacophony of sickening riffs, scary vocals, some of the best lyrical content I've seen and read on a record all year. I really enjoy what Vexovoid has brought to the table here. I mean, the Backwards, the Curtain, Orb Morphia, just some amazing songs going on here. This band's lyrical content, style, approach, and idea is just amazing and really showcases that there's more to this band than meets the eye. The visual aspects, the almost Lovecraftian styles going on here with Vexovoid. I really think it's amazing. And if you've seen the music video for Curtain, I definitely think this showcases why Portal are a band to definitely be supportive of when it comes to their style and approach. Portal are a unique band in their own right, and they deliver something incredibly amazing with Vexovoid. So that's the number 4 album on my list, Vexovoid by Portal. Coming in at number 3, Aothe, For an Arrow in Heart. Aothe are one of the best bands to represent French black metal. I mean, basically, this is a sort of a continuation of Aothe in a way. Aothe are a completely different beast, more along the lines of traditional black metal, but yet there's a little bit of a modern hint and touch going on with their sound. And with For an Arrow in Heart, you just get so much heaviness and devastation throughout the 6 tracks that appear on this album. I mean, from the opening track to Temple of Knowledge to Ritual Marks of Penitence, you get some top-tier songwriting going on here. The riffs are just monumentally heavy and devastating. There's a lot of attention to detail and hard work being brought forth with the riffs and the guitar work that appear on An Arrow in Heart. MKM's vocal style is incredibly cryptic and evil sounding. I love his vocal style, his approach. He is probably one of the best frontmen to represent the French black metal scene. Just the song structurings, the ideas, the thoughts, it's all brought forth here into this wonderful total package that is For an Arrow in Heart. This is one of the best pieces of black metal I've heard all year, and probably one of the best things that Aothe have ever put out. So, major, major congratulations to this band for creating such a devastating piece of hardworking black metal. So, the number 3 album on my list goes to Aothe's For an Arrow in Heart. Coming in at number 2, The Ruins of Everest, Blood Vaults. Honestly, I was going to consider Aothe's For an Arrow in Heart the best black metal album I've heard all year. But then came a band called The Ruins of Everest, which is just straight up one-man black metal. And this is one of those bands that has a discography that's almost near perfect and flawless. There's never been one bum release that this band has ever put out. And with Blood Vaults, it's just so idealistic, so doomy, so frightening. And from the minute you put this album on, when you hear tracks like Apologia, Malefica, Spires, The Bailing City, A Failed Exorcism, wow. You're almost at a loss for words with how deep and how moving some of this music is. Just the atmosphere, the sheer emotion, the lyrics, the vocals, it's just so haunting. I mean, going back to the song Malefica, it's probably one of the best, if not the best song I've heard all year this year. I mean, just so much going on with that particular track. The riffs are just so powerful and moving. I love that about that song. The vocals, the drums, just everything put together, even the keys, the organs, it just feels so natural. It feels so right. I mean, there's a lot of heaviness going on with this album, but there's a lot of intelligence and a lot of depth going to it. And Daniel should really, really be proud of himself for making such an emotional black metal masterpiece. I mean, The Ruins of Everest is such an amazing project, and next year, if you happen to be going to Maryland Death Fest, I believe they're going to be playing Maryland Death Fest, so definitely a band worth supporting and checking out if you are in that side of the U.S. So, the number 2 album on my list goes to Blood Vaults by The Ruins of Everest. Good God, I love this album. And now we get to the final album of my top 20 list. This is the album that I've really, really come back to more than any other album on this list. And I was hoping that I would have a death metal album in my on the top of my list, and indeed I do. The number 1 album of 2013, in my opinion, is Imprecation with Satanae Tenebris Infinita. Imprecation are a band that have left their mark within black and death metal for many, many years now. They are such a hard-working band. The great demo work that this band has put out in the past is just really, really amazing. And then coming together with the Jehovah Denied demo, really, really giving you the idea that Imprecation are back with a vengeance and really ready to get things rolling. I mean, getting to see them live twice this year, once back in March and then back in, I want to say November for Destroying Texas Fest. Imprecation were just amazing. And this album in and itself is amazing. This, to me, is the truest representation of what the Texas death metal underground should sound like and feel like. I mean, just so natural, just so devastating. I mean, this is one of the few bands that definitely get the idea of having keyboards in their sound and delivering them very, very well and very, very tastefully. Nothing too distracting or over the top about it. It just feels right, and it just feels natural. And with Satanae Tenebris Infinita, Imprecation just gives some of the heaviest, most powerful riff work you'll hear on any kind of death metal record. I mean, just the intelligence of the riffs from songs like From Beyond the Fiery Temples, Hosanna Ex Inferius, Chapel of Rotting Flesh, Rancid Blood on Blackened Thorns. It's just so amazing. The musicianship and songwriting here is top of the heap. The vocals are amazing. The lyrics are amazing. The artwork by Chris Moyen is amazing. This album is the total package I hoped it would be, and a great deal more, and then some. Yeah, definitely worth owning on multiple formats, CD, vinyl. I think there might be a tape coming out too, so I might want to be on the lookout for that when that comes out as well. So, the #1 album of the year for me is definitely Imprecation's Satanae Tenebris Infinita. This is my favorite album of 2013 by a long mile. So, with that being said, this concludes my top 20 albums of 2013. Yeah, let me know what your favorite albums of the year have been. Yeah, have a wonderful 2013. Have a great new year. Be safe, be happy, be healthy, be joyful. Here's hoping that 2014 will result in some more incredible music and metal to come for the upcoming year. So, thanks a lot for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Your support is much more appreciated than you know. I love all of you. And until the next time, Army Hell out.